Mm. Hey everyone. Today with the Open Hearth, we are playing Takuma Okada's Stewpot. This is our final session. We missed a couple, but I think we're gonna finish up properly today. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Maeve, she, her, who used to be a ranger and is now a hunter, who, no longer has her companion Panther, but Azure is off, doing things, being like a free spirit. Maybe that's just metaphorical, or maybe that's actual. I don't know. Yeah. Let's go right to left in character keeper order. So T, that's you.
Thank you. I was just making an L with my thumbs. I'm T, she, her, and I'm playing Lucia the Blade, formerly a dashing swashbuckler pirate captain. These days, a chef, renowned at this point for her mushroom soup, and settling down, I think, into being a landlubber. You're
Next,
muted, Sabine.
yeah, okay. I'm playing Melkor the Grey, formerly a bard. Um, and no, a carver, crafter. He fixes things or tries to. Mostly he does, actually. And unlike formerly, where it was more of a disaster character, personality.
And I'm Marky Them. I'm playing Ogrim Stormbane, he, him. Ogrim is a tired old sword guy with a warm coat and a big harp. No, wind chimes now, made from an old harp. Um, and yeah, just kind of keeping a lookout and trying to keep the town safe from dangers within and man-made and natural, and yeah, from ourselves sometimes, but it's all good.
Okay, so um, yeah, we had a great festival last time, and we are ready for some wear and tear, which is a game we play periodically because there's always something to fix, clean, or pay off. So in this game, we all play as a group, decide what parts of the tavern needs fixing and touching up, and what you're adding to the tavern. After playing this mini game, we may increase one of our tavern ratings by one. So I know I can see that our service is, lagging behind. So do we want to bring that up, or do we want to, you know, advance into haute cuisine or the best place to be out, uh, regardless of the service?
I mean, if we can keep literally any of our serving staff in the tavern whilst we are doing active service, I think that would improve the overall experience.
Yeah, I feel like that's getting the service up to at least medium is good.
That makes kind of sense. Yes. We can hire new people, I guess, or relieve the former staff who was probably overworked and had to deal with the traps
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
our shenanigans, and maybe get some more people. We have disabled the traps or some most of the traps.
Maybe some people just stuck around
Mm.
after the festival.
I have an idea for a scene here. Um, and I think that Lucia is working on the menu, and she's got, a big order book that she's going to send probably Ogrim out to fetch from the grocer. And she's sort of she's got a candle. She holds it close to the page, and she's leaning really close. And she looks up. She looks to the right. She looks to the left. She looks up. She looks underneath the table. And then she pulls out a pair of reading glasses from inside her breast pocket and puts them on and leans forward. And it looks like she's still kind of having trouble seeing. Who interrupts her? and discovers her horrible secret.
Probably not me. Melkor wears glasses completely unshapely, so.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be a keen-eyed pirate captain able to spot sails on the horizon.
Well, maybe it's Maeve then, um, who spots it with her keen eye.
Mm.
Um, do you think that when you feel kind of Maeve's presence in the room, do you like hurriedly put it away, or do you try to hide it in some way?
Yeah, I think she's really focused and she looks up and she sees you. And she knows that you know. And I think she makes like a aborted gesture towards them, uh, and then just sort of freezes.
And yeah, I think you get like a nod, and um, it's like finally, it's, you've you've admitted you're moving on.
And she sort of glares at you over the glasses and says, "Well, maybe I just need help. All this bookwork's ruining my eyes."
You see, the glasses make that look much more formidable now. It's definitely uh, librarian of the high seas.
Hmm, really?
Oh yeah, devastating looking over those glasses.
Devastating. All right. Uh, Also, I swear these recipe fonts are shrinking. Could you tell me what this says? And I don't know, maybe we do hire one more person for the town.
Yeah, so I think I help you out, and I think maybe we might go out looking at signs around the place, not restaurant signs, but any signs, and look for something that suits our burgeoning identity as a restaurant, and see if we can hire someone to start with the menu and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, rebrand.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, T, or are you happy?
I'm good.
Mark, you got something or
Yeah,
because
I
I
think
okay.
going out and while doing those errands, I think it's very complicated. I think I there's a lot to bring back, and I think I am. Um, I mean, it's not that I'm unable to carry it all up and down the hills of the valley, but definitely can use some help. It's just bulkiness, and probably um, hire a person or two to just kind of help bring things in, maybe make more than one trip, and suggest that they might want to continue helping out if they're not busy. We can always use a few extra hands here, both to keep things tidy and when we're busy and need folks to greet or serve or cook or handle things. It, yeah, as more people come in, it's nice to have more hands and eyes.
So do you think we are testing out these porters to see if they can, carry, bus dishes or whatever it is?
Yeah, I think it's mostly like not kids, but like youths who are maybe at otherwise loose ends, and maybe some of them work out, and maybe some of them don't. But it's just a Survivor bias. Whoever comes back gets to stay on.
Um, Sabine, do you have an idea, or do you want me to go?
I have an idea, I think. Yeah, I think after the whole testing is done and we've found a couple of people and everybody's like hanging around, like, yeah, we've talked and now they're a little unsure what to do. And then do we just go home or should they start something? I think Melkor will sit up. He's not been very, he's been rather busy carving the backs of the chairs with fantastic scenes because he's found a love for wood carving. He looks up and says, well, I think this calls maybe for a toast and a little song or something. I mean, I know that there are some tavern songs, and I think everybody here should be able to keep a rhythm, at least a little, and gives a look to whoever of you is really terrible at keeping a rhythm. And I think by the way you grin, Donna, it's got to be Maeve, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, rhythm is just contrary to Maeve's whole nature. So I think, I quaff the rest of whatever drink I have and I start banging on the table with the drink receptacle. Um, yeah. You would think that banging a really simple rhythm in something approaching a regular time would be easy, but no, no, it is
No,
not.
it's not. Melkor gives a slight wince, tries to keep up his spirits, um, works with his glasses a little, like, okay, okay, I can work with this, maybe. Okay, now you know the song, right? This is the Dragon's Flagon Never Runs Dry, and it's not a very, it's a tavern song, as I said. And Melkor will perform it. He used to hate performing songs like this. He was a high level bard, right? He was doing art and stuff and performing for kings. But right now, I think he's got a little like, okay, this is what we do now. Let's just sing for the joy of it and not for to be prestigious or make a name for yourself, but just to have some community because there is a different kind of song you need to make community to make everybody feel included, to have something that everybody can participate in, right? So he is trying out some stuff with that. He's not that great at it, but I think the new people are kind of eager to please and they don't want to be left out. So they will join in, even if it's a little disjointed and the rhythm is a little off. But yeah.
What does Ogrim make of these songs?
I feel like I feel like he is more familiar with them than he may have let on. Probably just in the process of traveling and adventuring, especially with this group. Um, and yeah, I think Ogrim joins in heartily. I think this is definitely uh, his scene as well. He doesn't hold back.
Uh, by the by the second chorus, he's joining in, and
Yeah,
he knows exactly all 17 plus verses of this one.
and very good at keeping rhythm because that's part of sword work.
Yeah, and I think maybe later on that night when we are tidying up um, us and all the new staff members, I have concocted a new drink
Mm.
for us, which maybe is being tested on the staff, but maybe it proves to be a surprising hit. I think it's like, I'm not sure if anyone knows Kinney, which is like this Maltese drink. It's made with like bitter or burnt orange and wormwood.
Mm.
So it's yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste, but you know, people like it. So I think it's something like this, you know, something a little bit strange. Maybe there's a bit of Maeve's Ranger uh, wild experience coming through here. But yeah, I think um, I don't know. Maybe the new members of staff are too nervous to give good or honest feedback. I wonder what the rest of people think about it. Maybe it's a bonding experience for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I think Melkor is trying to be very, very enthusiastic, just to, keep you from banging the pot on the table and messing up the rhythm mainly. But and we'll ask you what you call this lovely addition to our menu.
Um, I'm going to call it Hair of the Worm.
Mhm. Yes, that is precisely the right name for it.
I think Lucia swans out of the kitchen, towel over her shoulder, takes a sip, immediately spits it out, and says, "Absolutely not. 1 second." And she will go back to the kitchen and come back with, because she has knowledge of ingredients for all over, and I think she has like a bitters, probably not a bitters, actually, it's already pretty bitter. She's got like a sugar would be hard to find. She's got like a caramel that she's been working on, and she crushes it and adds it to the rim and says, "I've drunk worse. Try it now."
Ogrim loves it. He goes for seconds immediately. Strong and bitter.
It's very interesting with the sweetness and the bitterness. I'm. Hmm.
You could do it as a challenge. You finish the whole tankard, it's free.
I can do that.
You immediately get Melkor's tankard and says, "Please, feel free, feel free."
Okay. So I think that is everyone, and we can boost service because you know people are sticking around. So, in terms of our next game, had we been thinking that some romance was on the agenda?
Mm.
Which one's
Uh,
the romance game?
so, romancing a stranger is on page 88. Uh, Someone in the tavern makes eye contact with you, and their gaze lingers a little longer than you would expect. Your coworkers urge you on and make every excuse to send you over to talk to that lovely stranger. So two of us play. One person is the romancer, obviously their character, I guess, and the other player plays the stranger. So, Sabine, you wanted to give Melkor
Sure.
his lead in this, right?
Yeah, you can do that. If everybody's okay with it, yes.
Sounds good.
Mark or T, do you want to have a go with the stranger? Anyone?
And Sabine, it sounded like you were thinking about uh, using an established NPC here. Did you have anything else that you wanted to set up about her?
I mean, we don't have to use a established NPC. We can use a stranger, and then one of you can make up what the stranger's like. Or we can use one of my patrons that I have put some pictures in the NPCs tab because I'm that kind of person.
So in the setup, the romancer, so Melkor describes a detail about the stranger that drew you to them, and then
Mhm.
whoever, I guess, or the group can describe the first thing that Melkor notices about the romance, or sorry, the first thing the person being romanced, the stranger, notices about Melkor.
I think the first thing he notices would be I think maybe an instrument that's played to type. Probably notices the instrument. A guitar maybe, or a lyre, or what's the name of a lute?
And that's the stranger has that.
Yeah, that's what draws Melkor's eye, maybe. Or maybe it's more, or maybe sorry, I'm waffling, but maybe it's not music. Maybe it's more of the craft thing because yes, this person has a very uh, well woven cloak with a little bit of embroidery. That is very well made.
And for the stranger, what's the first thing she notices about Melkor?
What would you be playing in the tavern?
Yes. If needs must. I think I have a guitar and occasionally I will play just to keep the spirits up. But I usually try to avoid it actually.
Mm.
Or maybe you're like on a break and you're doing some quiet composing to yourself in the corner. Like
Maybe.
Mm.
there's a tune in your head, a proto
Oh.
earworm
Mhm.
that needs to be composed.
Oh yeah, I need to work on the sea shanty.
Mm. Maybe it's just your like thoughtful concentration that they notice. Like it's not a
Mm.
particular thing. They're just like, oh, that person is working on something and clearly like lost in it.
But he looks up occasionally and then notices that amazing cloak or whatever that is. Who's going to be the stranger? I feel weird romancing all of you. Or should I? Should I romance all of you?
No rules.
Uh, yeah, I don't know, T or Mark, do either of you want to be the stranger?
I'm good either way.
I was about to say I'm good either way. One of us is going to have feelings about this. We can roll for it.
Sure. Yeah.
Donna, are you interested in being included in the role?
I know from experience that a three-way roll-off will result in tears and frustration. So I'll let the two of you roll off for it. Just make sure you agree on the die type beforehand, because it'll be really unfair if someone rolls a d20 versus a d4.
Let's just do a
Uh,
d6. Fine.
all right. Evens me, odds you.
Cool. And you rolled a 1. Great. That's me.
So that's what she was up to.
Oh, Angie, hi.
Yes, we missed her rolls, but um, yeah. So there's
uh,
a list of questions in the rules, and it suggests you should ask 2 or 3 questions each in turn. So I'm not sure who wants to go first.
so is
Maybe have a look
this
at the
for
questions
Hannah
first.
or Lisa or someone else?
I'll leave it up to you. It could be one of them.
I think a stranger would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would start off by like I compliment you and you think I'm making fun of you, but I'm completely earnest. What am I complimenting you on?
I think, what are you complimenting me on? I think it's something like the level of concentration I have on in a noisy tavern, like just like staring at the page, like I wanted to conjure something from it.
Hmm.
But I think Melkor thinks that's like, yeah, but that's not hard, right? When you're in the zone, basically, and he will adjust his glasses and say, well, yes, it's just a little ditty. It is not coming together too well. I'm not that good with sea shanties, honestly. I'm still needs to be complimentary of the hair of the worm drink that a friend of mine made.
Oh,
But it reminds me, and I'm trying to remind myself of this island I once was in that was that was called Jungle Crawl or something. Have you ever been there?
no.
Um, okay, I try to name a place you remember visiting. Clearly, I have failed. Well, there is actually a tree that's from there in the harbor. You've seen the harbor, surely you've
Of course.
traveled, right?
Of course.
Mhm. So what experiences have we shared in the harbor?
Say that again.
Mhm.
What was that again?
Mhm. What experience? I name a place you remember visiting. What experience have we shared?
Oh, hmm. I think maybe the in the harbor. I think in the in the mornings, that's when like trading boats come in, and if you get there early enough, you can sit and watch them unloading uh, the whatever new supplies or goods they're bringing in, and it's I think it's we've both maybe at the same time, maybe separately, like gone and had like a morning tea or coffee there, like as the sun is coming up, watching the trade boats come in.
Our sunrise.
I think I noticed that your past travels have marked you. What am I intrigued by?
What are you intrigued by? I think it's maybe a sort of almost jumpiness, a reluctance to touch things
Hmm.
for the first time. It's like trying to always feeling if this is really the thing that he's touching and then touching it, not just grabbing stuff. There's this hesitancy before committing to the yeah, this is real.
Hmm. And if I mention that, what do you say?
Oh, um, I was caught at the court of a fairy prince a
Hmm.
while ago, and it was incredibly lovely. Also, I nearly starved and broke my fingers
Oh my.
because I thought things were different than what they are, and I have I have this habit now trying to check what's real and what's not.
Sounds very stressful.
Yes, it was afterwards. While it happened, it was incredibly lovely. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I think we maybe should try, however, to if you would like, I have learned this sailor's game that has to do with these 3 cups and this 1 P.
Hmm.
Would you join me in this game? Because I think I need to try it out to get the feel for the rhythm.
Oh, sure. I like games.
Okay, cool. Are you terrifyingly good at it or charmingly terrible?
I think terrifyingly good at it.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
no matter what you do, even like using like if you wind up using illusions or whatever, like I always find that P.
Oh, wow.
Like
Okay.
feel sure that there's no way, even when there's no P under there for some reason. Like I got rid of that thing. And like very like uh mischievous look as that happens. Like I know you've been like you're trying your best to trick me. But like I've been like almost as if I've like I know this is something that you do. Maybe I've seen you before. And like I'm ready for your shenanigans. Um yeah, I think after we're done, we do that for a little bit. I have to step away for a moment. But I look across the room at you. Do our eyes meet, or do you look for me after I look away?
I think our eyes meet. Maybe there's a glint of light on the glasses for a moment, but I think our eyes meet. Yeah, he's definitely looking after you.
Yeah.
And then after he's looked at you and smiled at you, and then he turns back to his notebook. Then I think he lets go of the pen, and after you've done whatever you've done, I think he will come up to you and say, "Well, um, we do actually have a fiddler here. So I was wondering, my dear, if you would grace me with a dance."
Oh, yes, absolutely. If you don't mind dancing and not playing.
I I I prefer not to play. I've played a lot in my life, but didn't always go too well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I imagine that you are a much better dancer than you are a player then. And there's no chance of breaking your fingers here.
Please do not break my fingers. I'm not terribly accomplished as a dancer.
No. Yeah. And I think we continue doing that until
Mhm.
the closing time
Mhm.
comes around.
Yes. I think before going, Melkor will look at you and say, "Well, that was a lovely time. I would like to continue our acquaintance."
Oh. Um, well, I'll be in town for a while. So if you'd like to visit, you are welcome to.
I certainly will come. Yes.
Um, yeah, and I think they come back to the tavern. Um, not tomorrow, but I think maybe like on the weekend,
Mhm.
they come to come in and say hello. Um, yeah,
Now you-
yeah.
And now you tell us, please, just a tiny bit about this person. Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it
Um,
old? Are they old or young? Or
I think all of the above are ambiguous,
oh, I like that.
but I think when they return on the weekend, you there's a flash of recognition when they come in, and I think you realize it is someone who has followed you here from the fairy court.
Excuse me, can you repeat that?
Someone has followed you here from the fairy court.
Oh,
They're
oh,
yeah,
oh.
they're trying their hand at the human human relationships.
Okay. Well, um, and I think the first person I tell about this is probably Lucia, because she's probably right there, and I have to talk to someone right now.
What's their name?
What's their name? Yeah, now I need Amaris.
And I think Lucia doesn't say anything. She just reaches into her cardigan and pulls out a impractically large Iron Chef's knife and is going to offer it to you.
No, no, no. Thank you. I think I think I want to see where this is going without an iron knife about my person. Please
Right, suit
don't.
yourself.
Yes, I. Well, do you think it's a terrible idea though?
I think Lucia sort of looks at Amaris. What are they doing right now?
I think when you look over, they like it's almost as if they were waiting for you to look over, and they give you a little wave.
Her eyes narrow. She looks at Melkor. She tucks the knife away slowly, obviously, and says, "Well, you can take care of yourself. And if you can't, you can always take him to the third bedroom." And she winks, and you know that room is still just neck full of traps.
I think Melkor laughs a little uncomfortable actually, but also he finds it generally funny in a way. He says, thank you, Lucia. Don't never change." And then goes back to Amaris for a bit. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, that's the end of that. Well, sorry, that's the beginning of that, I think, really, realistically speaking. Um, so we're gonna move on to In the Rhythm of Things, which is the final game. Time passes, edges are sanded down. Before you know it, life in town has become like breathing. You gather in your favorite part of the tavern and wonder where the time has gone. So in setup, so everyone takes turns describing a habit their character picked up while living here, and then we proceed to some questions. Uh, Everyone will take turns asking each other questions. The game is over when everyone has answered two questions, and there's a list on page 124. Um, so yeah, I think this is, I don't know, maybe a habit that it will take you a while to notice Maeve is picking up. When adventuring, nobody ever had to wake her up, or like she would always be up before dawn, out prowling and scouting and whatever else. But now that she's in town, she like stays in bed until the cockerel sounds or the bell or whatever it is, that denotes the start of the day. Maybe that sometimes that means staying in bed when dawn has broke. you know, I'm not sure it's an easy habit for Maeve to be picking up, but it is something she is doing.
I think the habit that Ogrim has picked up is kind of I think Ogrim in adventuring is accustomed to like maintaining his gear and taking care of his stuff when they camp or get ready to do whatever. But I think the habit he's picked up is kind of um, picking up after everyone else, kind of almost unconsciously. Just kind of like when if there's been a party there, he does the like before people even start leaving, he starts putting away glasses and wiping things down as space clears up. Um, I think it's just the like the mom habit he's kind of gotten into, just taking care of folks without even thinking about it.
I think where Melkor would usually, um, back in the adventuring life, when he had a minute to himself, he would play something, right? He couldn't keep his fingers still. That was the thing. And he still can't, but he's not playing an instrument. He's taken to whittling and carving and yeah, I think that's become his thing. Whittling these little figurines for his patronesses and the kid and Amaris and maybe some of the others too. Just given uh, a little wooden panther, I think it is, painted azure for Maeve, and a very elaborate little wooden trap thingy for Lucia. And I don't know, Ogrim, what would he like to have? I think he'll just get a very fancy kind of mug for beer or something, but carved with images from some adventure he had.
I think, especially after that conversation with Maeve, Lucia starts wearing her glasses when she actually needs to, and when she is not, because I think the glasses she did have were just not strong enough for her. She takes to wearing them on top of her head, uh, and I think it's fairly common for her to be sort of looking around for her glasses in a grumpy fluster, and for someone to eventually be like, "You're they're on your head again," um, and she's making peace with uh, her eyesight changing. Yes, IRL or very glasses heavy crew.
Yeah, so that's our new habits. Now we get to ask each other questions. I I would like to start if that's all right. I wonder what tradition Lucia is sharing with someone now.
Hmm. Yeah, so we talked about she comes from a sort of a Southern Islander culture. Um, so I think their festivals are really very astrological, and they're not particularly around changing, temperatures. Um, and I think one night in the middle of the night, Lucia comes and she wakes all of you up, and hands each of you a lantern, and takes you up onto the deck, and will just sort of silently point to the horizon, where you can see for the first time this season, the constellation known as Fleet's Welcome is starting to crest the horizon. and you were there to greet the fleet.
Well, Tailwind is a ship after all.
It is. And I guess I can do the, since I just answered one. Um, this was from Ogram. If you got sick, who would come care for you?
That's a great question. I think it would be hmm. I think it would be one of the new employees, one of the youth I recruited in the market uh, carrying stuff. Um, maybe someone who oh they had a they used to have an ailing parent and recently orphaned, and so now they're kind of like overprotective of I think everyone here, but since Ogrim is one that kind of took them in, uh, kind of watches out for him especially. Um, Maeve, what do you look forward to every week?
Um, I think maybe there is a weekly performance by some players up in that kind of stone amphitheater that we had explored very early on. And yeah, I think while in her past life Maeve would have been like a climb to the top and sneak in without having to pay. Now it's like she shows up early with her little cushion and pays for her ticket and has the playbill and maybe keeps them all in a bound book that is growing over time. So yeah, that weekly kind of I don't know Saturday matinee when it's not quite so busy at the tavern, or maybe right before it starts to get busy, so I have to rush back. Yeah. Um, so I guess that was back around to me. Um, I'm gonna snake back around. I wonder what Ogrim misses about adventuring. Is there any wistful glances to the
Hmm.
horizon, or yeah?
I think the thing that he misses is the quiet times in between the action. It feels like here there's always kind of a low background hum of activity, no matter what. Even at night, there's things going on in the town. There's always things to take care of, and during the day, it's just nonstop. People coming in. I think the thing that he actually misses is when you're out there and not having to fight anyone or take care of things, there's a lot of time that you just kind of like sit and relax. Um, I had one for Melkor. Which one was it? Oh, actually, maybe this is for yeah, Lucia. Um, do you have any plans to travel soon?
She does. She's going to go visit Lucian, and I think she is concealing her sort of nerves and excitement by being extra grouchy. And she's packing this big hamper. I think she's got the ingredients to make hair of the worm that she is going to force Lucian to drink and see what he thinks of it. And she's got she's wheedled Melkor into making a carving for him, and I think she's demanded that Maeve is going out and doing extra hunting so that she's got extra meat to make jerky, so that she's got special jerky for Lucian, and she is being an absolute pill about it. But I think you can all tell she is both excited to see him and also not really looking forward to being away. Uh, for Melkor, uh, with the tavern running smoothly, what do you want to spend more time doing for yourself? Perhaps who? I don't know. Leave out a few.
Um, I think what he wants to spend more time doing is probably spend time with Amaris and try to figure out if that is going anywhere or that should be going. And also maybe spend some time at that bookstore and then finding old stories and books that maybe need more entries into the old stories because he's lived a lot of stories actually. And meeting Mars again, I might have reminded him of that. I think he's writing down some stories. Yes, that's what he's doing. Besides everything else, he's writing down the stories of the things that we did. And sometimes he will come over and pester someone like, Ogren, do you remember who actually killed the king of worms? Was that you or was that knight?
No, that was you.
It was me. Oh.
You don't remember? Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I think I got too drunk afterwards. Oh, it's me. Okay. And then he will grill you on what actually happened because he doesn't remember. Oh, oh, that's a nice question. Maeve, this is for you, I think. What's something you can't believe you lived without back when you were adventuring?
Um, I mean, I think there's a part of it that is, pillows and cushions and that kind of stuff instead of sleeping on the hard, cold ground every night. But I think it is maybe, soup on demand, I, the prospect of just going down the stairs into the galley and like taking a ladle of soup and just sitting on deck and drinking it is, would have seemed like a miracle in the adventuring days. So yeah, yeah, it's like soup on demand. So I think that must be each of us has answered two questions. No?
Melkor's only had one.
Ah, okay. Did has ever who hasn't asked two questions then, I guess is the question.
Me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh
Does
no.
anyone does anyone have a good question for Malcor? Um, as I look at the list.
With the tavern running smoothly, what do you want to spend more time doing for yourself?
I think Melkor likes repairing stuff at the tavern or maybe for other people. Not like repairing a house or like the broad things, but the little things, right? Like repairing a chair
Mm.
or trying to fix a vest, stuff like that. I think he likes doing that. He has noticed that he's good at it actually, and so he will wander around and maybe sometimes pester, not exactly pester people, but look around in the kitchen if there's something that's broken that he can fix, or get Ogrim to help him get some wood in for one of his projects. or not pester, but ask May if she has any idea where to get that specific kind of cover he needs to fix that best of that sea captain. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, I think I'm, on the way back from, getting five big bags of jerky worth of deer on I also sweep by to pick up some, I don't know, gorse flowers or something like that will give you this rich yellow. Okay, so that is the end of our stew boss, I guess. I don't know, our adventurers settle down to a life of peace, and I don't know, maybe some new adventurers will stop by and not believe that there is a retired 10th level fighter behind the bar. So yeah, that's our game. I'm going to stop the recording and we'll do our debrief.